I got a comment on one of my pages that asked me how do I deal with all the leaves and stuff that's falling on these trees when I'm overseeding my lawn. Man, these trees have so many problems. First of all, I don't have to deal with them in the fall so much because these leaves don't fall in the fall like all my neighbors' trees does. They fall coming up shortly, so I had to clean up their trees as their leaves blow into my property. But I don't have to deal with this. So my springtime is when I have to deal with this. In the fall, when I'm overseeding in the fall, not so much. However, these trees have a billion acorns like this that drop. I, that's what I have to deal with. I think they drop in the fall. I can't remember, but they drop a billion of these things all over, and then it's hard dealing with. And if you don't pick them up, they end up being little acorn trees like this. Those are little trees. That's what happens when you don't pick these up. I did find the right herbicide to kill them, which is triclopyr. Now, triclopyr is not rated for warm season grasses, only the cool season, so you got to do something different. But most of the time, warm season grass won't grow up under a heavy shaded tree like this anyway. So I'm running fescue up under here. Now, the issue is when I'm trying to get this stuff up, you have to be careful because you don't want to be planting these. So what I mean by that is they have these leaf sweepers like this from Liveoak. It does an excellent job of raking up the leaves. And they have the kind that you can put behind your mower here, but that's counterproductive, especially if you have a lot of them like me, a lot of trees like me. I have 11, because the leaf puller is at the back. So that means you're going to be running over the acorns and stuff, pressing them down into the ground, basically burying them before you can pick them up. So you want to be able to have this in front of you as opposed to the back. This thing has several settings on it. I'm at the lowest setting and it picks up pretty much everything, even the dust. I have this dirt here, so let me see on its lowest setting. Let me show you how well it works. See that? Picks it up pretty good. So that's how I get up the acorns. I go out there, I'll sweep up the acorns, and look how clean that is. So I'm using this Liveoak lawn grass sweeper. I mean, it works great. I put it on the lowest setting when I'm out on the concrete, and then I raise it up a little bit when I'm on the turf. So I usually do that. Now, as far as my leaves are concerned, like I said, I got 11 of these things. I only pick up the leaves that are out in the street and sidewalks, but majority of the leaves I mulch up the leaves, and it is a ton. You would think that I would have an issue with thatch, because every last one of the leaves that are here, I just mulch them up. I have to come out 2 or 3 times a week while it's shedding and specifically mulch up these leaves. So I mulch them all up, and even with that, I don't have a lot of thatch. You can still see dirt in between there. Now this has been scapped and aerated, so it's looking raggedy right now because I'm getting ready to overseed. But still, there's no thatch, and that's because I don't use synthetic fertilized granular fertilizers. I've been only using organic fertilizer on this thing, and then that I've been force feeding it with microbes. I've been throwing microbes on the lawn, and I feed the microbes by adding organic matter to the soil all the time, and I mulch all the time. I mulch the leaves in and the grass in. and yet I don't have a thatch problem. The reason why guys are having thatch problem, you got using too much synthetic fertilizers, aka salt. The microbes don't like the salt. You gotta reduce microbial population that normally is responsible for getting rid of it. So if you got a lot of thatch, I see all the guys all the time showing how much thatch that they have and why they're doing that. And it's okay to get it out, but that's one of the pitfalls of synthetic fertilizers. So if you want to forego that, you can switch over. I'm not playing games with you. I'm being serious. This is a dethatcher. I even own a dethatcher that I used to use to get all the thatch until I switched over. It's not used that much. I try to use it during overseeding to get into some back areas or some areas that I want to get down and get some seed to soil contact. I kind of use it for that, but I don't use it for thatch anymore. So this is relatively cheap, about $100. I got this. It's a huge time saver. I just use this to get up the, I primarily use it for the acorns, and it's also drops some type of straw-like stuff and pollen. It is crazy the amount of stuff that comes out of this tree. So that straw-like substance gets everywhere. I also pick that up with this. So I hope that answered your question. Sorry I didn't get a chance to just type all this in there. I thought it'd be best to make a video and have it all done. But that's how I deal with the acorns and all the garbage that comes off this tree.